Time to gather round, get ready for the show. It's Cooking with John, let the flavors flow. Apron tight, I'm ready to ignite. In the kitchen, we're cooking all night. Chop it up, sizzle.
Well, what are we going to try today? The Brava steaks. I'll explain more. Let's see how this turns out. Before I got my unit, I downloaded the app. I called up customer service. I had a couple of questions. They're steaks. I was wondering about it because they say, don't have them wet, so on and so forth. Pat dry, do this, do that. And I said, hey, on your ribeye steaks here, can you make it with a marinade? With the time-based? And she goes, well, the problem that we have is brown sugar. I get it. Brown sugar will burn. That will, like you wouldn't believe, could start a fire most likely. So I said, no, it's just regular cooking oil with water with seasoning. And she goes, I don't know. I said, well, I was thinking about doing it this way. And she goes, when you do the time-based cook, I'm looking at the app right now. She says it comes out like medium rare. And I said, okay, your one video says that when you take out a protein, you're supposed to cut it right away. That releases the energy and it stops it from cooking within a minute or two. She goes, yes. And I said, well, like anything off of a grill, what if you just took that, wrapped it in Reynolds wrap and let it sit for 10, 15 minutes? And she goes, that might work. Let us know. So I got 2 steaks. We're going to try my wife's first, and it's just a simple, and we're going to see how that turns out. I already sent it over here. And then my son's is this green looking. Oh, yeah. And that is a Brazilian steakhouse. So we're going to try one steak first. If there were 2 of the same flavoring, I would put it on. Then I looked at it, and I got it vacuum sealing for only 10 minutes. I don't want this thing to get this big, like you see on some of my videos. I wanted to kind of hold it a little bit. So we're going only 10 minutes with that. And I decided one steak is supposed to be on number 2, 2 steaks 2 and 3. Well, I'm going to go 2 and 3 like it's 2 steaks, but just put the one big steak right there, right in between. This is a test. Let's see if this works out. If not, I lost $11 steak. I'll eat it. Let's see how this turns out. Now, like I said, I only gave it 10 minutes this time. I usually give it like an hour and a half. Well, that's not too bad. It didn't expand too much. Let's get all that extra out of there. Oh, now that's a steak. Could I even fit that in? No. Well, 2 and 3. Oh, that is so good, everybody. All right. Typical me, nothing to wipe my hands off. Watch my bald spot, it can be kind of bright. Look at that steak. All right. Ribeye. Where am I supposed to put this? Ah, that's 2 inches. Time-based, ribeye. Oh, this now is saying 1 and 2. So let's move that over there. Extra, default, bottom shelf. That's what I didn't know about, everybody, the bottom shelf. Okay. Close that door up. Hit the start button. So, searing the bottom now. It's going to get that incredibly hot. It's going to crush that up. Let's see how this does. I might have to tweak this, but this is a test run with McCormick's oil and water. I don't know if this is going to work, but let's just see how this goes. It says a total of 21 minutes. You know, for us on the grill, when we do 700 degrees, we're looking at 6 or 7 minutes. So I don't know how this will do it. I most likely will keep on grilling the meat. You know, this, if it was a smaller steak, so on and so forth. Oh, you could hear her sizzling like crazy. And there is some smoke by the camera. Let's see how this goes. Is she coming out of the rear end smoking? Smells incredible. I'm a little scared. I'm hoping she's good. Wow, can you hear that, everybody? I'm wondering. I'm just gonna let it go. I'm probably charring the hell out of it. I'm gonna have to throw it away. Maybe like a minute and a half bottom, flip, minute and a half bottom. Something like that. Ooh, it's just, oh yeah, look at all that. All that stuff is just pouring out and sizzling. All right. She's definitely got some sizzle there. This is gonna be something brand new I gotta try. You know, you could see it just steaming up here. Oh, I hope I don't screw this up, everybody. This is when you think of it being a good idea until you start doing it. Ooh. Let's give it a minute or two. All right, remove metal tray, flip steak. Slide metal tray into the bottom of the shelf. Press the green button. Ooh, the cheese sizzle all over the place. Well, looks like I'm gonna be doing some cleaning. Let's take a look at this. And seared it pretty good. You know. Tell you the truth, this is what I'm gonna do. We're learning right out the spot, right here, right now, everybody. Let's do this real quick. Oh, ooh, hot pan burned Daddy's hand. Oh man, did I make a mess in my unit? This is what I wanted to do. Move that right there for right now. Get some of this extra juice off of there, I would think, so it doesn't spray as much. That's really hot juice. Okay, we're gonna move that right there. See, on a grill, you don't care. All right, a little less launching. Let's take this, put her back down. Maybe trim up some of the fat next time. Live and learn, live and learn. Put that back in, put that back on, hit the green button. She just done. We're gonna hit done. We're gonna open the steak out. It did make a mess. Let's just take a look at this. Oh, she is juicy. Let's put it in here. Let it let us sit there and rest this. We just learned our first steak. Oh, we gotta let that cool in there, everybody. We're gonna have to get in there. We made a mess. We made a mess. I might just have to keep it in the grill. We made a big mess. A really big mess. Huh. And I don't have those wipes that the lady told me on customer service. I forgot them. I gotta resend her a message. So on the customer service, it is easier to get a text message or an email than it is trying to get a hold on the phone. So I'm a truck driver, you all know that, so I like to talk on the phone because I can't be doing all that stuff. But what we're gonna do, ooh, that pan is hot. We're gonna let this sit, I would say for 10 minutes. And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna cut this open. This would be my wife's steak, so we're gonna see if it's okay for her to eat. Well, I let it sit for about 15 minutes. I mean, it's nice and juicy. What do you think, everybody? It's seared on the top. The bottom, not so much because the fat pulled it up a little bit. So let's cut into this. It's tender. A little bit more done than I would normally make our steaks. You know, I would say that's more of like a medium. And now is at a timed. It's nice and tender. Let's just see. I'm gonna have to mess with that if I would keep that. It's juicy. Don't mind the noise. Let's just try to dip a little bit more of that juice in there. It's tender. Not bad. If you were a person that just wanted to, didn't have anything else, like I said, it's a little bit more cooked than I would normally do. But it's pretty good. Really not that bad. Let's get right in the middle here. Yeah, she's more medium. That's more of a medium. So, it did do it. I'm pretty impressed. Put some of that juice on there. I think I might eat this and then just make my wife a new one because we had a total of 3 steaks out on the grill. But I think I'm going to chew on this for a little bit. Bye, everybody. Not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, I would rather grill it. So this is the first time I sat there and I go, okay. Now, if I just did a regular steak with some salt and pepper, that type of stuff, and just did it that way with a vegetable, that probably would be darn good. You know, I would trim the excess fat off because that will curl and then you can't get that good sear. You know, but for me, I'm going to eat this. I'll remake up the other steaks for my wife and my kids. Weird stuff. It's gross looking. And my wife's, I'll just throw out on the grill real quick. Make up some corn on the cob and they could chew on that for dinner tonight. You know. But yeah, do all that great stuff. Not bad. It did make a mess and I'm going to have to clean her. So that's the one thing I don't like about it. And I don't have those wipes. I got to send off that text message. My phone's been going off the hook. A little bit underneath the weather. So I'm going to eat this. It'll be the first thing I've eaten since Sunday. And today is Tuesday. So I slept for like 30 hours on Monday after the Super Bowl. I did not feel good. You know. Do all that great stuff, everybody. Please subscribe, like, share. Hit the bell for notification. Comment. Is there a way you could teach me better? how do you clean it? How do you stop? Did you try it this way? I will try it, but I think I would have to make my own recipe. Cut it back a little bit. Sear, rest, air fry, flip, then sear, rest. And then I think that would be better. Bring it down a little bit. 21 minutes was way too long for this. Way too long for this steak. And that was a thick cut of steak. You know, it's not small. Do all that great stuff, my fellow cooks. I really do appreciate you coming in here and helping me learn this Brava. They haven't paid me for any of this. This is my true feeling on it. Like I said, I rather grill it. I think there's more flavor and I can get them, you know, bigger and more seared. 700 degrees is incredible to sear. But this isn't bad if you don't have that ability. You know what I'm saying? This will take you to the next level. I really do believe. Anytime you put something in, you know, in the oven and that, just to me dries out. You know, you can't really get a good thing. Then you're looking at a cast iron pan and you're looking at the mess and the splatter and everything. I'd rather just go out to my grill. But thank you, Brava, for making this interesting tool. Until the next time, my fellow cooks, have a great week. Have a great day. We'll see you. Bye now.